Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is a singles bout, set for one fall. Going to the ring at this time, hailing from Glasgow, Scotland, and winning tonight at 194 pounds, this is BT Gunn.
So this is going to be interesting. The first time we're seeing BT Gunn here in WCPW. And Alex, I've heard a lot about this young man. It'll be very interesting to see how well he can do against an opponent as accomplished as Travis Banks.
Well, I'll tell you, Dave, it's not the first time I'm seeing BT Gunn, because the Scottish wrestling scene, as we've spoken about time and time again, has exploded all around the world. And BT Gunn, in my opinion, is one of the hardest hitters to come out of one of the hardest hitting scenes on all of the planet.
Well, in that case, they picked a very good opponent for him, because Travis Banks, bringing that New Zealand strong style here to WCPW, and it's finally started to pay dividends after that huge win he had at Lights Out against Zack Sabre Jr.
What a match that was at Lights Out, man. What culture extra. I mentioned it before and I mention it again. If you have any doubt as to why you should sign up, Travis Banks, Zack Sabre Jr. was one of the best wrestling matches we've ever had in What Culture Pro Wrestling. But with a big win under his belt like that for Travis Banks, he has got a tough obstacle if he wants to keep his winning ways in BT Gunn.
So Gunn with an uphill battle against a very, very dangerous opponent here for his debut. The Kiwi Buzzsaw is about to join us, and he is looking to spoil BT Gunn's party.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponents from New Zealand, weighing in tonight at 92 kilos, this is the Kiwi Buzzsaw, Travis Banks!
Travis Banks finding himself back in the singles division after briefly being part of the Strong Style Collective with Pete Dunne, who's no longer in WCPW, of course, and for some competitors that could have been a real bump in the road, but for Banks it may just have given his career that rocket boost it needed, because if it wasn't for that, Alex, he would never probably have had that match against Zack Sabre Jr., which has really pushed him up to the next level.
Well, I'd probably say the biggest upset that we had on this programme at that point was mine Kirby beating Will Ospreay, and we all know what happened from that. Well, the second biggest upset, in my opinion, was Travis Banks beating Zack Sabre Jr. What could it mean for Travis Banks going forward? I think we're about to find out. Here's a question, Dave. Why Kiwi and Buzzsaw? Why not Mango and Chainsaw? Why those two things?
Well, for one thing, he's from New Zealand, so he's a Kiwi, isn't he? He's not a Mango.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, you didn't understand that?
No, I just thought it was a cute name. Because there's lots of things about... You've got BT Gunn, which is the greatest telecommunications company in the history of Britain, and a weapon that you need on you if you walk through the streets of Scotland. And you've got Travis Banks, which is a great band from Scotland, and the evil institutions that ruin the world economy.
What are you on?
I'm just saying what their names all mean. So I thought Kiwi Buzzsaw was some sort of metaphor.
Well, it wasn't. Highly wrong. Banks is going to be sent to the ropes. No, he's not, because he holds on to the hair of Gunn. Now, I've been... hang on, Banks is going to the ropes, and Gunn will knock it down. No, he won't. Banks will get the shoulder block. I was about to say, I've been a critic of Travis Banks in terms of his attitude, but... Oh, even on my...
Jesus.
Even I gained a lot of respect for Banks at Lights Out, and I think the crowd have as well. You're seeing he's getting more of a warm reception than he used to.
Well, you're critical of many people, but I've always been a fan of Travis Banks, and it's not just because of his super funky ring music. This guy can fight, he can wrestle, he has strong style. You have no style, I have good style. We've all got something, yet nothing in common.
Who told you you've got good style?
I'm an icon. I'm like Sting, but without the face paint and the baseball bat and the long, flasher jacket.
But have you had a little bit too much Red Bull today?
I'm on my 12th one. Oh, look at that. Sent pass by Travis Banks. Over the top he goes. And that's a disadvantage of wrestling in a T-shirt. Do an extra thing to... Oh, he must have heard me. Oh, my God, I'm telepathic.
There you go. Following your advice. A veritable coach here on the outside of the ring.
Ironic, because his name's BT, but he didn't need a telephone to hear me. He used the power of his mind.
That's very ironic.
Don't you think? A little too ironic.
At 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
It's at times like that you need a buzzsaw to open a kiwi. Anyway.
Banks reverses the Irish whip and Gunn into the corner here. Gunn will lift up Banks, but Banks goes dropping hard to the outside. Gunn is going to follow him. Gunn between the ropes into the crowd barrier.
And he landed on his feet, turned his arm position around and sent Travis Banks back in the ring.
Oh my goodness! Good God! Banks takes out the front row in his efforts to obliterate BT Gunn.
I bet that wasn't on the list of things that you get as a freebie when you get the VIP ringside ticket package. 2 wrestlers in your lap.
Goodness me!
That should be extra.
Travis Banks putting it all on the line, including the
lives of the front row, yeah.
And Banks with that sense of momentum after defeating Zack Sabre Jr. going for the kick and no one home. And there's a kick.
Well, someone home on that one. Ding dong.
Gunn tries for the suplex. Banks flips out of it and sweeps away the leg of Gunn. That's why you call it New Zealand strong style. You heard the impact there. Banks made contact with Gunn. He's going to do the same again here. The forearm. Banks.
Oh, you know what's coming now, Dave? Oh, cannonball in the corner by the Kiwi buzzsaw.
Relentless, aggressive energy from Banks, and he gets a 2 on Gunn, who is in serious danger here of facing defeat in his very first match.
Like Johnny Moss only has 2 emotions, hungry and angry, Banks only has 2 types of energy, relentless and aggressive.
Banks gets his legs swept though, that might stop that momentum. Gunn is almost desperate there to stop this match from slipping through his fingers. He's at the very least bought himself some time.
He's been given as good as he got. Maybe he should call himself the Scottish Hacksaw. Not like Jim Duggan, obviously, that'd be weird.
Scottish Hacksaw. Glad they're not listening to you for their nicknames. Covered by Gunn. A 2 count. Crowd, of course, still reeling from that news that we're going to see Adam Pacitti against Bully Ray later with the general managership of What Culture Pro Wrestling on the line.
I've got a lot in common with Jim Duggan. What? We both spend a lot of time with useless planks. Oh, look at that! Oh.
No way to speak about your family.
Oh, that was rude.
A side slam by Gunn. Go for a cover and again Banks gets out.
If they talk to me, I'll tell them you said that. And
avoid your family issues for now, shall we?
Your family tree looks like a stump. Inbred.
What does that even mean?
How many fingers you got on one hand? Anyway, BT Gunn, can we focus on the match, Dave? You're getting somewhat distracted. BT Gunn, as I said earlier, is giving an impressive showing here. Oh, that was a
Banks with the kick into the side of the head.
He didn't hear all of it, Dave, just glancing.
Yeah, Gunn was able to hit a kick of his own. You're right, I don't think Banks did get all of it.
It looks like BT Gunn is outmatching Travis Banks with strong style, and that is a shock. Here's a question. Maybe Travis Banks is feeling the exhaustion after that match with Zack Sabre Jr. It took him to the limit. You don't just miraculously heal in 24 hours. It's not like Raw after a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
I've been through what Banks and Zack Sabre Jr. went through at Lights Out. I'd have been hospital for a year. Incredible stuff that was, and this is picking up as well as Banks and Gunn exchanging forearms to the face.
But they have a lot less left in the tank than when they started, and you can really see it on both men's faces and bodies now.
Both these men need a win for different reasons. Banks to maintain his momentum, Gunn to get off to a flying start. And Banks gonna see just how much punishment Gunn can take.
Gunn just challenging Banks to hit him harder.
Well, you don't have to ask Banks twice to do that. Banks is unloading here, but Gunn still got something left.
Is BT Gunn any relation to Billy? There's a question.
I don't know. Why would I know that?
I don't know.
Probably not. I don't think Billy Gunn's from Scotland. Gunn with that cutter.
Oh my gosh!
And the DDT, the cover from BT Gunn.
Oh, he's got him!
Can you believe it? BT Gunn beats Travis Banks to win on his debut.
Wow!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, BT Gunn!
I am both shocked and amazed. I mean, Travis Banks was a man who had the wrestling world in the palm of his hand, and BT Gunn has just come and scored, in my opinion, an upset. Well, it was like an inverted brainbuster DDT combination. Whatever it was sick.
So Gunn, now what's he doing here? Oh my God! A crossface apply. What are you doing? You've got your win. Get out of here.
He's making a statement, Dave. That's what he's doing.
Surely it was statement enough to beat Travis Banks. Now, Gunn's got a chair. Pity's sake. Referee is bleeding with Gunn.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
He's put Banks' neck here in between the two sections of that chair. Here comes Doug Williams.
Hold on.
This is weird.
That is weird. Doug just did a little weird skippy jumpy thing. I've never seen him do that.
That's not what I mean. Weird that he's out here is what I'm saying. Williams was at ringside observing Travis Banks' match at Kirby Mania.
Wow, it's kind of like Banks and Doug. It's a bit like a weird house of mirrors.
Well,
They stood next to each other, and it was, I don't know, it was like a mini Doug and a mini Doug.
I'm really confused by why Doug Williams is taking an interest in Travis Banks. Well, anyway, that aside, Banks with some thinking to do here. He was on top of the world, but he's been knocked off his perch here on Loaded by BT Gunn.